Hello and welcome to Module 8, VPN and IPsec concept of um, Cisco 3 or Enterprise Networking Security and Automation. So the objective of this module is to describe the benefits of using virtual private network technology and describe different types of VPNs, explain how IP security framework is used to secure network traffic. So, ano nga ba yung tinatawag nating VPN, So, virtual private networks is used to create end-to-end private network connectivity, so, refer to this image, So, for example, we have here our main site, of course, from different location, and then we have business partners with Cisco routers, regional office with Cisco as a firewall, Soho router or teleworker, ibig sabihin nito, nasa malalayong location po yan, and all of these location are connected to the public internet. Okay, so what the VPN use is to provide privacy, to provide privacy for the traffic, for these sites, So para kayong para po tayo ditong naka-list line. Yan, kapag ka naka VPN tayo. Okay? So, pag sinabi pong VPN daw, VPN is a virtual, Virtual connection, in that it carries information within a private network, but that the information is actually transported over the public network, which is the internet. A VPN is private in that the traffic is encrypted, to keep the data confidential while it is transported across the public network. So mamaya I will demonstrate po sa inyo, na kapag wala tayong VPN, yung traffic natin kahit ping packets, kitang-kita siya, Yan, lalo na kapag meron pong attacker na nandun sa public internet na naghihintay po ng traffic na makapture, So, benefits of using virtual private network, cost saving, Yan, organization can use a VPN to reduce their connectivity costs while simultaneously increasing remote connection bandwidth. Security, encryption and authentication protocols protect data from unauthorized access. Yun naman talaga yung goal ng ng information security, is to secure yung traffic in transit, yung traffic mismo, yung dumadaan, Yan, iba kasi yung tinatawag nating network security, Pagka sinabi nating network security, ang focus niya is to secure your network devices. Okay. Scalability. Yan. Scalability, VPN allows organization to use the internet, making it easy to add new users without adding significant infrastructure. Kung i-compare natin dati sa list line na kinakailangan meron talagang dedicated physical link. And compatibility. VPN can be implemented across a wide variety of one-link option, including the broadband technology. Remote workers can use this high-speed connection to gain secure access to corporate networks. So modern VPN now supports encryption feature, such as the Internet Protocol Security or IP security and secure socket layer VPN to secure network traffic between site, So major benefits nga nabanggit na natin, So merong dalawang klase ng ng VPN, mamaya mapag-uusapan natin ito, Ayan. Yung tinatawag nating site to site and remote access VPN. Ayan. Ano nga ba yung tinatawag nating site to site VPN? Okay? So halimbawa, we have two branches, Yung kunyari central office, branch office connected to the internet. A site-to-site VPN daw is terminated on VPN gateway. So, ibig sabihin, kina-configure siya dito, point-to-point, sa dalawang device na yan, So, VPN traffic is only encrypted between the gateways, and then internal hosts have no knowledge that the VPN is being used. Okay, so ibig sabihin walang knowledge itong user na naka-VPN pala, no? Naka-VPN. So, every traffic nito na destined halimbawa dun sa device na nasa malayo is encrypted siya, no? Ito naman pong remote access VPN is dynamically created to establish a secure connection between a client and a VPN terminating device. So dito naman, meron pong software na naka-install doon sa client. Okay. So, of course, meron siya dapat source ng internet, no? Halimbawa, ang source ng internet po niya LTE gamit yung cellphone niya, no? Okay. Tapos na-install lang po yung laptop niya ng VPN application. So ibig sabihin naka-connect na siya sa internet, and then i-double click niya yung client to establish a secure session doon po sa sa remote site natin, no, yung gateway natin doon sa central office, ano. Actually, meron ding web-based, no. Meron third party software at meron ding web-based, no. Sige, to emulate that, ano. So dito po sa ating Brave browser, meron siyang option dito na new private window with Tor, no. Ayan, the Onion router, which is ginagamit for VPN din yan, eh. So naka-embed pala siya diyan sa sa ating desktop application, ano, or desktop web browser. So pakikita ko lang muna sa inyo without the VPN, using IP Chicken to check my internet IP, no. Ayan, so ito po yung IP address na naka-assign doon sa SIM card ko, no. Of course, nagbabago-bago yan, no. Kunyari dinisconnect ko yung aking SIM card, maya-maya iba na naman yan. Okay, kasi naka-random yan, no. Naka-random yan sa service provider natin. Now, when I use the Tor, no, ibig sabihin ko connect ako nito sa sa VPN gateway, ano. So kapag nag-IP chicken ako dito, ayan. Yan, kita nyo, no, magkaibang IP address. So ibig sabihin naka-terminate yung session ng browser na to sa ibang sa ibang server. Okay? And since this is the Onion router, ibig sabihin naka-layer security siya. Yung traffic natin dito is encrypted, ano. Okay, although dito encrypted din naman ito, no, pero iba pa rin yung level na napo-provide nito, nang meron kang VPN. Okay. Although meron tayong security dito sa HTTPS for encryption, double, no. Kasi pati yung traffic natin, lahat ng traffic, pati ayun, tama, lahat ng web traffic natin, no, will be encrypted, no. So double encrypted siya. Okay. Yung concept, ano. Yan. So, pwede nating masabi na yung itong ating Brave browser ay merong naka-built-in remote VPN. Sandali lang po. Okay. So, enterprise and service provider virtual private networks. Ayan. So, VPN can be managed daw, no, and deployed as enterprise VPN, no, common solution for securing enterprise traffic across internet. So, site-to-site and remote access VPN are created and managed by the enterprise using IPsec and SSL VPN. So, ibig sabihin, ang nagme-maintain nito, ang gumagawa ng connection nito is mismong company, no, company. Pwede rin namang, kung hindi mo kaya, no, service provider, magbibigay sa'yo ng service, no. Service provider VPN created and managed by the provider network, no. So the provider uses MPLS at the layer 2 and layer 3 to create secure channel between an enterprise site, effectively segregating the traffic from other customer traffic, no. So ibig sabihin so si service provider na lang ang magbibigay sa atin ng ganong klase ng service. Siyempre babayaran natin 'yun, no. Iba rin naman, meron ding mga company na gusto nila sila yung gumagawa ng kanilang sariling VPN, no? Para sila yung magte-take ng responsibility nito, no? So, types of VPN. Doon nabanggit na natin, no? Ayan, meron tayong tinatawag na remote access VPN. Remote access VPN let remote and mobile users securely connect to the enterprise. So remote access VPN are typically enabled dynamically by the user when required and can be created using IPsec or secure socket layer. Pag sinabing secure socket layer, ano po yun web-based. Okay. Yung IPsec kasi ay doon mismo sa router to router yun. Or pwede rin namang meron tayong third party software. Kunyari kung ang VPN gateway natin Cisco rin po yung software na gamit natin. Okay. So clientless VPN connection, the connection is secured using web browser secure socket layer connection. Client-based VPN connection. Ito kasi clientless. Ito client-based. Ibig sabihin ng clientless, wala pong third party software na naka-install, Kapag browser lang, tapos lalagay lang niya yung portal, kunyari yung portal, yung IP address po ng VPN gateway, lalagay niya, tapos it will ask for username and password, okay, and then it eventually will be authenticated papunta doon sa VPN gateway nila. Ito naman client-based VPN connection, common, merong application talaga na ini-install po locally sa PC. Usually ganyan po yung deployment sa mga work at home, work from home or work at home, So VPN client software such as Cisco AnyConnect secure mobility client must be installed on the remote user and end device. So SSL VPNs, So secure socket layer uses public key infrastructure and digital certificate to authenticate a peer. So the type of VPN method implemented is based on access requirement of the users and the organization IT processes. So the table compare IP security and secure socket layer remote access deployment. So, okay, compare natin, regarding sa application supported. Kung naka IPsec daw tayo, extensive all IP based application daw supported. Kapag ka secure socket layer limited, only web-based application and file sharing. Authentication strength, IP security strong, two-way authentication with shared keys or digital certificate may be used, Yung secure socket layer moderate, one-way or two-way authentication. Pagdating sa encryption strength, IP security daw uses key length 56 to 256, the longer the length of the key, masasabi daw natin na secure yung encryption, or kasi mathematical operation siya, parang yung mga factoring ng number yan, so moderate to strong naman tong secure socket layer, 40 bits to 256 bits can be used, for encryption keys. Connection complexity. So medium, KIP security, it requires VPN client installed on a host, Connection complexity. Ito namang secure socket layer, low complexity, requires web browser on the host, connection option, limited, yung IP security, only specific devices with a specific configuration can be connected, Ito naman pong SSL, any device, with a web browser can connect. So ibig sabihin, kung IP security pala yung i-implement is kailangan nakaset up ito sa laptop or sa desktop, Hindi kagaya nito na SSL. Kunyari, meron kang cellphone, pwede yan, cellphone ninyo. Ilalagay nyo kasi sa browser yung inyong access, Yan. So site-to-site VPN connect networks across an untrusted network such as the internet. So end host send and receive normal unencrypted TCP/IP traffic through VPN gateway. The VPN gateway encapsulate and encrypt outside traffic, from a site, and send the traffic through VPN tunnel to VPN gateway at the target site. The receiving VPN gateway strips the header, decrypt the content, and relay the packet towards the target host inside its private network. So, meron tayong tinatawag na generic routing encapsulation, So generic Routing encapsulation is a non-secure site-to-site VPN tunneling protocol. A Gray tunnel, sige, i-demonstrate muna natin yung Gray tunnel. Okay, so dito kasi naka-setup na siya, no? Anyway, banggitin ko na lang po kung ano yung settings na ginawa ko, no? Of course, ito po ay connected sa ISP. So, naka-obtain po yung IP address nito. Although, dito sa aking laboratory, ano lang ito, ang IP address dito nasa private IP address, ano? Pero, connected yun to my internet. So, ibig sabihin, makakonect ito sa internet. Okay. So, try natin, no? Ping ko muna yung Google para makita ko yung IP. So 172.171.161.174. Punta ako sa router na to. Dapat na-ping ko siya. Kasi kapag nakapag-ping ako dun sa IP address na yon, which is public, ibig sabihin itong aking GNS3 na kakakonect sa public internet, no? Ping 172.171.161.174. Nag-reply, no? Ibig sabihin may internet ako. Okay. So kaya lang syempre pagka nag-show IP int brief ako, ito yung aking connection to the internet do sa router ko, no? Okay, ito naman yung aking local area network do sa topology na kinreate. So, balikan natin yung ating topology. Ayan. So, aside from obtaining an IP address here, tapos static IP address dito para sa baba. Okay. Nag-create ako ng access list that will permit this IP, ano? So, show run natin. Show run section access list or include access list. So makikita ninyo dito, access list 1 permit yung private IP address. Although private din dito, no? Kapag may nimimik lang natin, no, na itong portion na to ay wide area network. So i-permit natin ito to be translated, no, dito sa one interface, wide area network interface. Okay. So nung ginamit kong type ng NAT dito, type ng NAT dito is port address translation. So check natin, show run section IP NAT. Ayan, nakalagay dyan, no? So ibig sabihin meron na ako access list at in-identify ko yung interfaces na itong portion na ito as IP NAT outside, IP NAT inside, then for translation IP NAT inside source list 1 interface. Ito yung exit interface natin, overload, no? Dahil isang IP address lang yun nandito, bahala na siyang mag-iba-iba ng port number for every traffic, no? Yan yung goal niyan. So kaya itong client ko, pagka binuksan ko yan, so check ko muna show IP. So wala, IP DHCP muna tayo. Kinonfigure ko rin po kasi itong branch natin to provide an IP address here sa LAN natin, DHCP, no? Ayan, may IP address na siya. So ping ko ngayon www.google.com. Nag-reply si Google, no? Live po yung nakikita ninyo, no? Nakakonect siya sa internet. Okay, kaya lang yung traffic na yan is unencrypted, no? Okay. So, ganoon din dito. Okay. Sige, tanggalin ko muna yung tunnel, no? Para nakikita nyo na pwede tayong, na hindi tayo makapag-ping from this portion. Start ko muna. Tanggalin ko muna yung interface tunnel niya. No interface tunnel 0. So, magda-down ang connection yan. So ito, IP DHCP tayo to obtain an IP address. So take note of the IP address, no? 10.10.10.2. So try ko i-ping from this PC. Sorry, PC1. Hindi siya magre-reply, no? Kasi naharangan tayo ng NAT dito eh. At saka kung inyong i-analyze sa tunay na buhay kasi niyan, ito public, tapos naka-private ka sa loob. So private to private, hindi naman talaga siya nag-uusap. Okay. So, yun po yung problema kapag naka-NAT tayo. Yung tinatawag nating connectivity problem. So, yun ang isosolve ng gray tunnel, no? Ng gray tunnel. Pag-usapin itong portion na ito. Okay, pero syempre dapat ang addressing mo ay hindi mag-conflict sa isa't isa. Hindi pwedeng parehas na 172.16.32 dito sa kabila, no? Dapat ibang private, no? Para magkaroon sila ng distinction. Okay. So, ilagay ko na po yung tunnel, no? Sorry, hindi pala dito. Close ko muna ito. So, dito tayo. Check muna natin. Show IP int brief. Kasi tinanggal ko yung tunnel eh. So, gagawa tayo ng virtual interface called tunnel, no? IP address. Oh, sorry, not IP address. Interface tunnel. Question mark muna tayo. So, parang kagaya po ng loopback siya, no? Kaya lang ito talagang magagamit nyo to traverse the traffic, ano? Hindi kagaya ng, ng loopback na hanggang doon lang sa interface na yun. So, gamit tayo 0. Yan. Any number naman yan eh. Tapos, lalagyan natin siya ng, ng IP address, no? So, halimbawa, ang tunnel natin, yan, tunnel 0. Ang IP address ay private IP address din ito. Halimbawa, ang gusto ko ay 172.18.0.1 para sa portion na ito. Yan, so mag-create din ako ng tunnel dito sa kabila. Pero, point-to-point IP. Yan yung natin eh, pagduduktongin natin eh. Yan. Of course, meron na rito sa kabila. Kung na-delete ko siya, di ibig sabihin, gagawa uli ako. No? Anyway. IP address 172.18.0.1 private IP address din po yan, pero ang sole purpose po niyan is to create the tunnel, no? Naka-up ito kung tutuusin eh, no? Kung buhay din do sa kabila, naka-up ka agad yan, so no need for no shutdown. So ang gagawin ko is tunnel mode gray over IP, and then tunnel source. So ano ba yung ita-tunnel natin, no? So ang tunnel source natin, ito yung wide area network interface natin, which is gigabit 00. Tapos ang tunnel destination natin, yung IP address dito. Kumbaga ito yung public IP address. So puntahan natin siya, si central. Ano ang IP address niya sa one interface? Show IP int brief. So si 32. Kumbaga yun yung magiging public IP address natin dito sa senaryong ito. 199.32. So again, tunnel source, tunnel destination. Okay, i-reverse natin dito sa kabilang side yan. So, show IP int brief. Binara ko rin eh, no? So, ibig sabihin, I will create a tunnel interface here. Interface tunnel 0. IP address 172.18.0.2 255.255.255.252. Tunnel source, yung gigabit nito, yung wide area network. Pwede ring IP address sa public, no? tunnel destination natin, yung magiging public IP address dito, which is ang IP address niya 137. So 192.168.199.137. Okay, tayo natin mag-up yan. Ayun, show IP in brief. Show IP in brief. So nag-up na siya kasi ibig sabihin nabuhay po yung tunnel on both side, Pwede natin maping yung kabila. Ping 72.18.0.1. So ibig sabihin okay na yung connection natin dito. So ang routing ko nga pala, kanina, without the tunnel, para makapag-internet tayo is yung default route. Yan, sige, hindi lang show IP route. Tignan nyo lang muna itong S asterisk. Yan po talaga yung primary route natin going to the internet, Okay, so check ko lang muna. Show run include IP route. So ibig sabihin kailangan ko pang gumawa ng routing, between kunyari, papunta rito sa kabila. So halimbawa si router branch office para makapunta kay 10.10.10.0, gagawa ko ng routing din dito. Pwede rin naman dynamic routing, Okay, so check muna natin sa kabila dito sa central office. Show IP route, show run include IP route. Not include. At nawala yung okay. So kung tutusin, no need na pala ako gumawa ng static quad 0, kasi nga nag-obtain ako show IP route, kaya nag-install siya ng default route. Nanggaling ko kaya dito. Nanggaling ko na to. Yan, meron siyang default route. Ping 172.217.161. Nag-iba yung IP. So 142.250. Nag-iiba yung IP address ni Google. Ibig sabihin naging overload yung mga naunang IP address niya na public. Ayan. So nakakonect pa rin tayo sa internet. So para mapag-uusap po natin yung pag-uusap natin itong private to private na traffic, kasi kung i-check uli natin using ping 10.10.10.2, which is yung IP address sa kabilang side, magre-request timeout lang yan ng tuloy-tuloy. Okay, so lagyan natin ng konting so ibig sabihin mawa tayo ng tunnel between this router, pero wala pang traffic na nakakadaloy kasi wala pa tayong routing wala pa tayong routing between this network saka this network. So dito sa branch office, gagawa po ako ng pwedeng static route, o siguro na lang, okay, router RIP version 2 network. Ang i-advertise ko kasi si 172.16.32.0, which is private network. Isa pa, Yung network natin sa tunnel, hindi po yung public 172.18.0.0 no auto summary. Ayan. Show IP route. Ayan, so wala pa siya, no? Hindi pa siya nag-establish. So meaning hindi ko sinama yung IP address dito na public IP. Ang pinag-uusap ko lang ito. I-advertise ko yan dito, no? Same lang yung gagawin ko dito sa kabila. Router RIP version 2 network 172.18.0.0 network 10.10.10.0 no auto summary. So check natin, no, kung mag-establish siya. Show IP route. Yan, nag-establish po yung ating itong portion na ito, saka dito sa kabila. Yan, so may route na po si central office ng ng 172.16. Ito siya. So therefore, kung babalikan natin yung PC, sigurado yun nag-reply yun kung continuous yung ping. Pero ngayon okay na. So kaya lang may problem yan, kasi gray lang ito gray tunneling lang siya, o generic routing encapsulation tunneling. So kung magka-capture po ako ng traffic dito, yan, tapos i-filter ko po ng ICMP, tapos issue po uli ako nito, siguro mga 4 na ping packet, no? Yan, nakita nyo, na-capture po ni Wireshark yung ICMP. At nakita niya rito, yun, source daw is 172.16.32.2, which is yung portion na ito. Nakikita po yung traffic niya. Kapag ka nag-telnet nga po yan dito, kung may telnet ito, mababasa rin po yung mababasa yung laman ng packet. Yan po yung disadvantage ng GRE. Hindi siya encrypted. Yan. So mamaya ipakikita ko naman sa inyo, na pwede natin siyang i-encrypt using IP security. Sige, balik tayo dito. So a GRE tunnel can encapsulate various network layer protocol, as well as multicast and broadcast traffic. So yung sinasabi niya rito, pwede kang gumawa ng dynamic routing kagaya ng ginawa natin kanina, which is RIP version 2, RIP version 2 gumagamit po yun ng multicast IP. So check nga natin, na-capture kaya natin yung RIP. Na-capture nga natin yung RIP. Ayun, so ibig sabihin yung RIP traffic ay na-capture din natin. Yan. So hindi nga siya secure. Pero na-deliver naman niya yung kanyang purpose talaga, may deliver yung traffic to sa kabila. So GRE does not by default support encryption, and therefore it does not provide a secure VPN tunnel. Pero para rin siyang VPN, A generic routing encapsulation packet can be encapsulated in an IP security packet to forward it securely to the destination VPN gateway. So mamaya po pakita ko sa inyo yung sample config, although hindi naman kailangan sa CCNA na marunong kayo mag-configure ng VPN. Standard IP security VPN, yan. Non-GRE can only create secure tunnel for unicast traffic. Yan. So ibig sabihin yung tawag dito, kung meron kang topology, balikan natin. Halimbawa, public IP, public IP, public IP, public IP. Mag-uusap yun using VPN. Okay, ibig sabihin walang NAT. Pagka walang NATed, wala na configure na NAT doon, mag-uusap talaga siya. Pero kung may naka-configure na NAT, yung IP security, problemado naman siya. Hindi niya maitatawid yan. Okay, kaya kinakailangan niya tulong ng GRE. Okay. Encapsulating GRE into IP security allows multicast routing protocol updates to be secured through VPN. No? Ayan. So, the term used to describe the encapsulation of generic routing encapsulation over IP security tunnel are passenger protocol, carrier protocol, and transport protocol. Okay. So, passenger protocol. Passenger protocol IP, TCP, data. No? So, this is the original packet that is to be encapsulated by the GRE. So, it could be an IPv4 or IPv6, a routing update, and more. So, ito yung original talaga na traffic natin. Carrier protocol. No? GRE is GRE is the carrier protocol that encapsulate the original packet. Yan. Tapos meron tayong transport protocol. This is the protocol that will actually be used to forward the packet. No, this could be IPv4 and IPv6, which is yung ginamit natin na ano. So this is the protocol that will actually use to forward the packet. No, yan. So, di ba sa GRE natin, doon sa tunnel interface natin, meron tayong private IP address, private IPv4 address. No, so yun yung ginagamit niya. No, of course, IP layer siya. No. So, ayan. So, for example daw, branch and HQ need to exchange OSPF routing information over an IP security VPN. GRE over IP security is used to support the routing protocol traffic over the IP security VPN. So, ibig sabihin, kung wala palang GRE, tapos dynamic routing ka, itatagos mo dun sa internet, hindi mangyayari yun. No? So, kasi wala pong way si IP security na mag-support ng routing protocol. So, GRE over IPsec is used to support routing protocol traffic over IP security VPN, especially the OSPF packet. Passenger protocol would be encapsulated by the GRE carrier protocol and subsequently encapsulated in an IP security VPN tunnel. So, si Cisco nga pala, no? Merong ganitong product, yung Dynamic Multi-Point VPN, no? Pagka sinabing dynamic, auto establish na connection, no? Pero yung site-to-site VPN kasi na traditional, manual Kukonfigure nyo on both side. Kunyari, meron kang admin sa kabilang city, ikaw naman din sa kabilang city, magtatawagan kayo niyan para may configure nyo yung mga parameters, no? So, site-to-site IPsec VPN and GRE over IPsec are not sufficient when the enterprise adds more site. Dynamic multi-point VPN is a Cisco software solution for building multi-VPN in an easy, dynamic, and scalable manner. Okay. So, dynamic multi-point VPN simplifies the VPN tunnel configuration and provide a flexible option to connect a central site with a branch site. It uses a hub and spoke configuration to establish a full mesh topology. Spoke sites establish secure VPN tunnel with a hub site. Each site configured using multi-point generic routing encapsulation. So, the mGRE tunnel interface allows single GRE interface to dynamically support multi-IPsec tunnel. Spoke site can also obtain information about each other and alternatively build a direct tunnel between themselves, spoke to spoke tunnel. Okay. So, IP security virtual tunnel interface simplifies the configuration process required to support multiple site and remote access. IP security virtual tunnel interface configuration are applied to virtual interface instead of static mapping IP security session to physical interface. IP security virtual tunnel interface is capable of sending and receiving both IP unicast, multicast, and encrypted traffic. Therefore, routing protocols are automatically supported without having to configure GRE tunnel. IP security virtual tunnel interface can be configured between site to site in a hub and spoke topology. So kaya lang hindi naman siya wala tayong scope nito for configuration, no? Binanggit lang siya yung technology na yun. Service provider, MPLS, VPN. So today daw, no, service provider use MPLS in their core network. So traffic is forwarded through MPLS backbone using labels. Traffic is secure because service provider customer cannot see each other's traffic. MPLS can provide client with a managed VPN solution. Therefore, securing traffic between client is the responsibility of the service provider. There are two types of MPLS VPN solutions supported by service provider. A layer 3 MPLS VPN. The service provider participate in customer routing by establishing a peering between the customer routers and the provider routers. Layer 2 MPLS VPN, the service provider is not involved in the customer routing. Instead, the provider deploy virtual private LAN services to emulate an Ethernet multi-access LAN segment over MPLS network. No routing is involved. The customer routers effectively belong to the same multi-access network. Again, nabanggit yung technology, but the configuration and other stuff, no, is under CCNP. So pag-usapan natin yung IP security na protocol, no. So IP security technologies, no, is an IETF standard that defines how VPN can be secured across IP network. IP sec protect and authenticate IP packet between source and destination and provide this essential security function. Confidentiality uses encryption algorithm to prevent cyber criminal, no, from reading the packet contents. Integrity using hash algorithm to ensure that the packet have not been altered between the source and destination. Origin authentication, no, uses the Internet Key Exchange Protocol to authenticate source and destination. DP-Hellman used to secure exchanging of key, no, dun sa internet. Kasi nga, imagine ninyo, no, so paano kaya nakapagpalitan ng sabihin natin password, no, yung kunyari yung company central office sa branch office without going to back and forth, no, doon sa opisina. Okay, so paano nila may deliver sa public yung key na yun na hindi nako-compromise? Yan, DP Hellman protocol lang yan, may kinalaman kung paano mai-secure yun, no, using mathematical operation. Okay. So, IP security is not bound to any specific rules for secure communication. Can easily integrate new security technology without updating existing IP security standard. The open slot in the IP security framework shows a figure can be filled with any of the choices, no, that are available for that IPsec function to create unique security association. So, ganito. Pili ka ng IPsec security protocol na gagamitin mo. Pwedeng authentication header lang or encapsulating security payload gamitin mo, or ESP plus AH, no. Depende kasi yan sa sa company, no. Minsan kasi may bigat ito sa CPU, no, kaya pinipili nila dito kung alin yung pinaka tawag dito pinakamagaan, no. So halimbawa pinili natin ESP plus authentication header. Tapos pili naman tayo ng tawag dito encryption protocol, no, advanced encryption standard, data encryption standard, and so on. Bahala kayo, no. So kunyari ito lagay natin dito, susunod naman for integrity checking, mamili ka lang kung MD5 message digest 5 or SHA, no? Of course, SHA na yung gagawin natin, no? Yung secure hashing algorithm. And then for authentication protocol naman, no? Pre-shared ba gusto mo o yung yung tinatawag nating public key, private key infrastructure, no? So pwedeng pre-shared key, plain text, or yung meron kang ginagamit na crypto key, no? So pili ka lang, kunyari ito lagyan natin dito DP Hellman strength, no, to secure the authentication, no. Ayan, merong DH1, 2, 5 and so on, no. Mas mataas na number, mas secure, no? Pero mabigat, no, kapag mas mataas na number. So choosing the IP security protocol encapsulation is the first building block of the framework, no? IP security encapsulates a packet using authentication header and encapsulation security protocol, or ESP, encapsulation security protocol. The choice of authentication header or encapsulation security protocol establishes which other building blocks are available. AH daw is appropriate only when confidentiality is not required or permitted. ESP provide both confidentiality and authentication. So the degree of confidentiality depends on the encryption algorithm and the length of the key, no, used in the encryption algorithm. So the number of the possibility to try to hack the key is a function of the length of the key. So the shorter the key, the easier to break the key, no? So the encryption algorithm highlighted, no, in the figure are also symmetric. Are all symmetric key. Pare-parehas po, no? Parehas ng key to encrypt and decrypt. Meron tayong data encryption standard, uses 56-bit key. Luma na ito, no? Triple this, no? 3 times this, no? Uses 3 independent 56 encryption keys per 64-bit block. Yung tinatawag nating appropriate na sa ngayon, no, yun, no, AES, no, or advisable. Advanced encryption standard offers 3 different key length, no, 128, 192, 256. So meron tayong seal, no, is a stream cipher, which means it encrypts the data continuously rather than encrypting block of data. So ibig sabihin yung 1010 ay in-encrypt niya isa-isa, no? Hindi kagaya ng ito, block yata itong mga ito, block cipher, ibig sabihin groupings of bits i-encrypt niya. Ito, habang dumadaan yung traffic mo doon sa linya mo, i-encrypt niya yun. Data integrity means the data has not changed in transit. So a method of providing data integrity is required, no? So the hash message authentication code is a data integrity algorithm that guarantees the integrity of the message using hashed value. Message Digest 5 uses a 128-bit shared secret key. Yung secure hashing algorithm naman uses 160-bit secret key, no, or higher. Alam ko itong si MD5 kaya din niya 192, no? Ito kaya 200 or 256, eh. Ayan. Authentication, no? There are 2 IPsec peer authentication method. Yung pre-shared key, the value is entered into each peer manually. So dapat synchronize po yung dalawang admin sa magkahiwalay na office, no? Easy to configure manually, does not scale well. Ayun nga lang, no? Paano kung multi-point, no? Kunyari mga 10 site. Yan, mahirap na yon, no? Kaya dapat dynamic multi-point VPN na gamit yan, no? So must be configured on every peer. RSA naman, no? Reverse, Shamir, Adelman, RSA. Authentication uses digital certificates to authenticate the peer. So each peer must authenticate its opposite peer before the tunnel is considered secure. Secure key exchange, no, with DP-Hellman. So DP-Hellman DP-Hellman allows 2 peers to establish a shared secret key over the insecure channel, no? So the variation of DP-Hellman key are specified as group. Yan, group 1, 2, and 5 should no longer be used. But for laboratory purposes, pwede na yun, eh. DH group 14, 15, 16 use larger key size with 48-bit, 72-bit, 4096-bit respectively. DH group 19, 20, 21, and 24 with respective key sizes of 256, 384, 521, and 2048 supports elliptical curve cryptography, which reduces the time needed to generate the key. Okay. Okay, so ilang nabanggit niya no, regarding dun sa VPN. Pero pakita ko lang sa inyo, meron akong sample config na i-configure dito para pakita sa inyo ngayon na magiging ano na siya, encrypted na, no? Kasi dito kanina kitang kita no? Yan, so kunin ko lang po muna yung configuration file. Nandito siya. Yung network security will explain in detail yung mga information na ito no? So meron tayong course na network security. Yan, na pwede nyong enrollan after nito. Yan, so i-configure ko lang muna ito on this side, no? Sundan ko na lang siguro ito. Ang babaguhin ko lang yung IP address ng ng peer, no? Ito, mababago ito. Yan, so sa branch office muna ako. Yan, so configure ko muna yung phase 1 of tawag dito establishment, ano? Yung ito phase 1 kasi phase 2 anyway. So type natin crypto ISA KMP policy any number 2 question mark tayo. Number 1 na lang. Authentication na gagamitin ay pre-share. Yung encryption na gagamitin ko ay AES. Yung integrity SHA. Yung group ng DP-Hellman 5. So kailangan parehas doon sa kabilang side to. And then second phase ng ito kasi establishment ito pag-establish ng tunnel, tapos ito naman yung actual traffic naman, yung pag-encrypt ng traffic key, yung pre-share key natin. Pwede kong palitan ito. Kunyari branch office, central office keys, address. So ibig sabihin ito yung address dito sa kabila na public IP. So which is show IP int brief 19932. Okay, so balik ako dito. Ayan, transform set, gawin ko na lang BO CO branch office, central office sets, encapsulating security, then AES. Yan yung original tawag dito origin meron term nakalimutan ko, origin authentication. Anyway, integrity checking din siya. Mode tunnel. So don't worry kung hindi nyo panaunawa nyo ibang parameters, no? Okay lang yan. i-apply natin to sa interface tunnel 0. Nalagyan natin siya ng tunnel protection, IP security. Yung profile natin ay okay. So punta na ako sa kabilang site. So crypto ISO-KMP policy 1, authentication pre-share, encryption natin 256, hash siya. Tapos yung IP address sa kabila ay 192.168.199.137. Check natin. Show IP in brief. So yan po yung pinaka-public niya, no? Public IP. Address. So crypto tunnel. So, check muna natin kung mapiping natin yung tunnel to tunnel natin, no? Ping 172.18.0.1. Get replies 1. So ngayon, let's capture our traffic, tapos we're going to try to ping from PC1 to PC2. So dapat ito hindi na natin makikita yung ICMP, ano? So kapag nag-issue tayo ng ping, gi-reply po, ano? Pero wala kayo nakikitang ICMP. Wala rin kayo nakikitang RIP. Okay, stop natin. Okay natin, no? Meron tayong nakikitang ESP. Ito siya eh. Yung source public IP address natin doon sa branch office. Destination daw natin is yung public IP address doon naman sa central office. Pero, tingnan natin. Okay, wala tayong makitang private IP address dito sa loob. Okay, naka-hide na siya ngayon. So, yun po yung purpose ng IP security VPN. To encrypt your traffic, no? Although nagpiping na tayo. Ang dahilan kung bakit nakapag-travel yung RIP natin at establish pa rin yung ating routing. Kaya kung titignan natin dito, no? Pagka nag-show IP route tayo, meron pa rin tayo RIP. Show IP route. Yun nga lang, hindi nakikita yan, no? Kumbaga nakatago doon sa tunnel, encrypted siya. Yan. So yun po yung pinaka main goal natin, no, is to encrypt the traffic. Hope this discussion and demo helps you understand, no, the VPN na topic, ano. Okay, so continue reading your module. Okay, kung may mga activities doon sa module na yung pakigawa, no? And then yung mga module exam, don't forget to take it. So again, thank you, no? Thank you for listening or viewing this video.